Suddenly, there appeared a ninja known as Taki, who rescued the wounded warrior. Taki defeated Cervantes in a battle to the death before carrying the injured Sophitia away. However, one of Soul Edge's two blades still remained. Perhaps it was fate. The blade fell into the hands of Siegfried, whose mind was twisted and unwell. Pierced the heavens, the product of rampant evil, the evil seed. No one could have predicted it would become a catalyst for catastrophe across the world. Our story takes place in the 16th century.
Test. Okay, there we go. Fucking A. Turn that down a bit. Hey, Gray. Pretty much, right? This is the main menu where you can choose between different game modes and enjoy different content Soul Calibur 6 has to offer. Libra of Soul is a mission mode in which an exciting story unfolds around a character of your creation. Along the way, some missions will allow you to play through battle tutorials, so it is highly recommended that you play through this mode. You can adjust your controller settings from the options menu or by selecting controller settings in the pause menu. Once you get a feel for the game, be sure to customize your controls to match your playstyle. Customize a regular character, create your own from scratch. Versus mode, consecutive foes in arcade mode, or hone your skills in training mode. Network. We're not going to be doing that one quite yet. Museum gives you all sorts of information about Soul Calibur. We are going to take a look at options. Hey, Templar. Ah! let's see what horrifying concoctions can be made with this. Welcome to character creation. Character creation lets you choose from a variety of options to build your own unique snowflake, or customize a regular Soul Calibur character. Character creation is divided into 2 tabs: unique, make a new character from scratch. Customize to create your own character based on other players' custom characters. Of course, original character creation, OC, do not steal. Design a custom character from the ground up. Regular character customization, adjust the appearance of one of Soul Calibur's regular roster. Soul Calibur 6, you can choose from a variety of different races when you create a character. Race does not affect battle capabilities. Some customization options are not available for certain races. Elf. Well, we're gonna go with that. Start creating an original character. There are many customization options available to you when creating a character, but we recommend starting by choosing the character's weapon/fighting style. Fairly balanced on offense and defense, and favors close. Fucking unknown. There we go. No, actually. No. Who uses a scythe? There we go. Ooh, that's pretty. Yep. That's who I was highlighting when I said he uses a scythe. There we go. Ambassador. I think if you're using that, you're gonna have issues. Alright, body. Oh, they are just straight up cat girls? Meh. Oh shit, height actually has a... Interesting. Yeah, we'll go with that one. How about no? Ah. We'll go with the purity knot.
Okay, let's get this started. Will you fight me? 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 Will you fight me?
There we go. Hair, there we go. Yeah, quite a bit. How do I change the saturation? Ah, there we go. That's much more accurate to her hair. It's a bunny ears and a cat tail, so... There we go. Hey, what? just happened? Oh, there we go. That was weird. Equipment. Use tags to automatically create a setup. Calibur 6, you can randomly generate your equipment to easily check out a variety of different looks. When randomizing, you can also check tags you prefer to help find what you want more quickly. Each piece of equipment comes with a set of tags, and you can edit these tags freely, however nothing comes with the favorite tag by default. Yeah, I'm fine with that color. Wow. Okay, that's kind of cute. That's a bit eye-searing. That's creepy. Basic clothes. Sure. Actually, what I should be doing is waiting until Tannis is around to actually make this character. Yeah, fuck it. Let's wait until Tannis is around. Well, since only cat-ish, bunny-ish ears are available for outcasts, we're not gonna worry about that. Ooh, mummies. Automatons, shapeshifter. Ooh. Strange beasts known as doppelgangers that are able to change their shape at will. Those who happen across one meet terrible fates, giving the creatures a reputation as harbingers of death. While they are mentioned in stories across the globe, their true nature remains a mystery. Colossire sculptures granted life. They are always ready to bring the iron hammer of justice down on all who dare rebel against the gods. No. Dwelling in the heart of the forest, these long-lived elves fear wisdom and tranquility. They sometimes appear in legend, they despise conflict, and thus choose to avoid contact with the outside world. However, there are a few exceptions. So yeah, they're fucking elves. Base humans, winged bastards, orcs, demons, more demons, skeletons, lizard people. I have to see this. Okay, no sexes on the lizard people. That's probably a good thing. Oh, well, good for them. Alien? Oh. Okay, I think we're actually just going to fiddle around with regular characters for a bit. There's no, like, basic...
Welcome to the stage of history retold.
So there's no basic tutorial mode, it looks like.
Unknown soul.
Okay, holding that down. Combat lessons, okay. Universal tactics. Okay, this is all text-based. Well, jolly. Jesus fuck. Throws, special moves. Yeah, I'm gonna have to... Oh, during updraft. Not what I wanted to do. Also not what I wanted to do.
I'm not satisfied yet. You're far from innocent. What a
Spooky, scary skeletons. Okay, let's do the Libra of Soul thing.
The ray of light from the evil seed pierced the sky, its glow reaching as far as India. And here we find another person whose fate was entwined with the two swords.
Consumed by the evil seed, yet still with presence of mind. A link between chaos and this world. You are quite the interesting one. Still, you will eventually succumb to the chaos, unless you engrave a clear image of yourself onto your soul.
Create a character by selecting race, body type, weapons, and more. Okay, so... Fuck it, we're gonna make an elf. Apparently a very jiggly elf. Oh, I can't select the things yet. Okay. Jiggly elves are best elves, yes. Changing your height may affect the character's strength, the position of their patterns, etc. Are you sure you want to proceed? Ginormous elf. No, we're gonna stick with average. Yeah, we'll go with average. Alright, let's see how this works out. So maxing out is horrifying. How about no? That's slightly better. Hips. Can't really see it though. Hairstyle. Going with that. Eyebrows.
You wish to fight me?
You
Are you?
Okay, let's get this started. Will you fight me?
So you want to fight?
Let's get this fight started.
You look nice and tough. Are you ready?
Care to dance with me?
Let's get this over with.
Wanna have some fun?
Won't let me pass, huh? You wish to fight me?
You look beautiful dead.
Hey, Lexi. Yes, clearly we should use this voice.
Are you? So you want to fight?
That's fucking
So you want to
Kaine.
fight?
Let's get this.
You look nice and tough. Are you here to dance with me? Care 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 to dance with me?
Edit color. must go paler. That's as pale as we get to go. Yeah, that seems to be as light as it'll go, though, so... Eyebrows are the same. Makeup. Go with that. Entirely sure what that is. Don't have ears, horns, wings, or a tail. Hey, goth makeup. Yeah, let's take a look at it. To be fair, it is a dark purple. Ooh, actually, that's not bad. Ernie with actual, like, lipstick? There we go. Yeah, we're not going to worry about that one. Edit colors for... Okay, don't have anything else yet. Finished editing. Weaponry. Let's see, what do I want to use? Not that. You know what, I always liked Ivy's sword, so we'll probably go with that. Teehee rod. Rapier is also tempting. It's far defensive. So is the snake sword. Double saber. Bipolar pulse enhancement device. The fuck? Dual swords, a giant axe, and a spear and shield can all be willed into existence with mastery of this style. These weapons are invisible until they're summoned, making each attack impossible to predict. Each weapon has its own ideal range, and after the initial summon can be quickly recalled, making the style highly strategic in nature. Ooh. 2 long swords. I think that's the Geralt one. A die show. You know what? This seems magical bullshitty. But I do like Ivy's whip sword. You know what? Let's do that.
If you can keep a hold of who you are,
I couldn't
you will
change
be
my
able
outfit.
to stave off the chaos.
It would not actually
Now
let me change my
arise.
outfit for this.
Take up your weapon and fight.
I'm stuck
Your
looking
life
like fucking
depends
Titty
on
Link.
it.
I am sad too. I don't want to look like Titty Link. Oh, I have levels. Convergence. That's an ugly ass sword. Exclamation point! When I woke up, my head was pounding. Maybe it was the nightmare I'd had, but I could barely catch my breath or stop shaking. You're finally awake. It seems you had quite the nightmare. A man in a hood stood at my side. His appearance suggested someone quiet but strong-willed. My name is Alasamel. The Salamel. And I know what's happening to you. It's elf puberty. Oh, why did you have a minor heart attack? You were greatly affected by the evil seed. You escaped becoming a Malfested, but I'm afraid you may not escape death. Oh, yeah, probably. Ask about the evil seed. Ask about the Malfested. Ask about your nightmare and the headache. Do not ask anything. We're going to ask about the evil seed, because we need clarification on that perverted piece of spooge. The Salamel. It is a great evil that burst forth from Western Europe as a torrent of light and rained down upon the world. The Germans? Okay. Oh god. Ask about the Malfested. Oh, Swiss francs. There are beings whose bodies and minds have been twisted by evil. Symptoms vary, but some are known to become monsters. Many Malfested lose all sense of reason, become violent, and attack people. Luckily for you, fate put you on a different path. Still a ripoff as CHF equals the dollar. Actually, that's about right then, I think. Store page. Yeah, it's $90 for the deluxe edition. And I think that's how you get Tira. Oh no, Tira is separate. Okay, then yeah, it is, or she can be gotten separately. So yeah, that is still a ripoff. Jesus fuck nuggets. Your body does not appear to have been altered by the evil seed. However, it seems to have affected your soul, linking it to what is called the astral chaos. The astral chaos is a curious realm where great powers collide. In time, it will consume your soul, resulting in your death. Your nightmare and headache are a sign of what's to come. Soul sperm. If you wish to continue living, come with me. I will teach you how to extend your life by harvesting the souls of others. The area next to Journey's Dawn is the Dojo of Drona, a martial arts master. Here you can play the battle tutorial for Soul Calibur 6. Visit Drona's dojo to train before starting your adventure. You can move from your current location to any location you have previously visited by pressing X, change location. To open a list of available locations, if you want to play the battle tutorial, choose Drona's dojo. Training the basics. We are not going to go there, at least not where my brain went. Hey, waitin'. Training the basics. I had heard rumor of a famous local dojo run by a well-respected man named Drona, who was reputed to be adept in all martial arts. This is a tutorial on the basics of combat and the battle system. Note that the explanations refer to the game's default controls. Learn the basic controls and battle systems. I learned of a highly respected martial arts instructor in India named Drona, praised as the very model of a warrior. I made my way across treacherous mountain paths and traversed crumbling ledges before finally reaching my destination, dojo surrounded by burbling mountain streams. Burble, burble. To one side of the dojo, a diverse group of young warriors were enthusiastically practicing with weapons, having come from far and wide. I'd heard many of them even came from royal or noble bloodlines, unlike their master's humble roots. It's ancient Heihachi. Actually, no, he doesn't have the eyebrows for that. Hail, traveler, what business do you have so deep in the mountains? Told him my name and that I'd come here to learn. Well, Tanja, I never refuse anyone with a desire to learn. However, I live in seclusion because I have earned the ire of the local king. If you stay, you too may find yourself with a powerful enemy. Are you sure about this? I nodded, and he continued. Very well, I will train you, but before we begin, let me see your skills, yo. I woke up too damn early today, even with a nap. Movement. Press and hold a direction with cross to run in that direction. This is called an 8-way run. Additionally, you can lightly press a direction with cross to perform a quick step in that direction.
Completed.
Yeah, I know. Press X to hinder your opponent's movement with a horizontal attack, press Y to perform a damaging vertical attack, or press B to unleash a quick kick, perfect for close-range combat. Rapidly press any attack button to perform a combo attack unique to each character. You can perform a basic combo attack by rapidly pressing X or Y, either by themselves or while pressing forward. Guarding. Press and hold A to guard. G against your opponent's attack. Hey, fuck you. Guarding from a standing position will protect you from attacks aimed at your upper body. Press down while holding A to perform a crouching guard. Guarding while in this position will protect you from attacks aimed at your feet. Low attacks are used to aim for your opponent's legs and can be performed by pressing diagonal down and an attack button together. Reversal edge. Press and hold RB to perform a reversal edge, which will allow you to defend yourself by parrying your opponent's attacks and following up with your own. Reversal edge. RB is AK. Successfully landing a reversal edge will create some distance between you and your opponent and cause you both to take fighting stances. Oh.
I like your... Anna. Oh, what a bore. Oh, what a bore. Take next side.
Okay, so control. Reset settings. So, oh, BG. Okay. After taking a fighting stance, both you and your opponent will enter a clash phase in which actions can be performed with X, Y, or B, each resulting in a different attack. The attacks all have a rock, scissors, paper relationship with one another, where X beats B, B beats Y, and Y beats X. Clashes will normally occur after a successful reversal edge. However, if you successfully parry your opponent's attack and continue to hold RB for a set amount of time, you can enter a clash even if your reversal edge is blocked. The glowing yellow gauge at the top of the screen is your soul gauge. Pressing right trigger while the gauge is at 1 or higher will allow you to perform a critical edge. Special attack that inflicts a massive amount of damage on your opponent. Soul charge. Pressing back at right trigger with the gauge at 1 or higher will allow you to perform a soul charge, which may send your opponent flying or temporarily increases the amount of damage you inflict, among other effects. While the soul charge is in effect, the soul gauge changes appearance to indicate time remaining. also perform powerful techniques called fierce attacks while a soul charge is in effect. You can view a list of fierce attacks for each character by selecting gauge attacks from the move list. Known as the Get Off Me You Creep button. Yeah, pretty much. This concludes... It's a burst! This concludes the basic tutorial. You should now have enough information about the different attack and guard options available to you, as well as have a good idea of how to use your soul gauge. With this knowledge at your fingertips, you'll be able to hold your own in battle. I will fucking shank a bitch while they're down. You appear to have mastered basic fighting techniques. Master Drona's expression grew clouded. Let me tell you a story. When I first began my training, I had a fellow disciple who was slightly older and always looked down on me. Wanted to prove myself against him, so I learned a powerful technique. And yet, when the time came, I could not defeat him. It turned out I was unable to actually use the technique when the chance came. My folly became evident. Instead of focusing on learning a flashy technique, I should have worked on improving my fundamental skills. So I dedicated myself to practicing the fundamentals. When I was satisfied, I went to challenge him once again, but I was too late. He had lost his life in a war against a neighboring kingdom. So then I fisted the entire enemy kingdom. This man had a son who claimed vengeance against the one who slew his father only half a year later. Only half a year after later. Now he is a warrior even more skilled than his father was. Take this letter of introduction. If you ever have the chance, you should pay him a visit. Master Drona's letter thanked him and left the dojo behind. Player points, style points, reward money. I has no money. No. Where all can I go? What do we have for this journey stop? The Ass Fisher. Let's not go there. 'Tis a horrifying place. When I went to see Master Drona, he greeted me warmly. Today our practice would focus on attacks. This is a tutorial on attacking. Note that the explanation refers to the game's default controls. Fuck that. Learn a variety of attacks and offensive tactics. It is good to see you again. Master Drona greeted me with a warm smile when I arrived at his dojo. To what do I owe the pleasure? Come to train, perhaps? If so, I applaud your dedication. Today I'd like to teach you about the many different attacks you can employ in battle. Shanked his ass while he was down. Yeah, I really need different clothes. I don't like the Femlink look. At least on this character. While in a crouching guard, press A and then press an attack button to perform a crouching attack. Or release A. You can also perform a rising attack by releasing cross and pressing the attack button as you stand. Dual button attacks. Press XY or YB to perform a dual button attack. XY performs a strong attack, while YB performs a special action. Though the exact effects differ from each character, the details for each character's attack can be viewed in the moves list in the pause menu. Sleep well, Gray. Take care, Tim. Press an attack button during an 8-way run or after pressing a direction with cross twice to perform a unique directional attack known as an 8-way run attack. The details for each character's attacks can be viewed from the move list in the pause menu. The hell was that fucking hip thrust? Throwing. Throws are an effective technique to use against opponents in a stand and guard position. Press XA or back press XA to grab your opponent and throw them. The amount of damage done and the direction thrown depends on the angle at which you grab your opponent.
I like your...
Special attacks. Break attacks, LB or XY, are characterized by streaks of lightning and cannot be blocked with a reversal edge. Unblockable attacks are characterized by flames and cannot be blocked by your opponent. The former are marked on the move list with BA, while the latter are marked with UA. That is all I know about attack types. Next, I'd like to teach you about the effects you can inflict on your opponent using your attacks. During our time together, our Master Droman... Master Drona reminisces about his time training. Increase your knowledge of the effects triggered by attacks. Offense is not about attacking wildly. In order to claim victory against a skilled foe, you must know when and where to use what technique. So let's begin your next lesson. Probably only like half an hour more of this, just because my shoulder is killing me. Countering. Attacking your opponent as they perform certain actions will activate a counter hit, which can increase the damage and or number of attacks you do. Attacking as the opponent begins their attack will activate a counter, while attacking they move to activate a run counter. This is definitely a lot slower than Guilty Gear is. Or pretty much any Arc System game. Certain attacks will send yellow streaks of lightning through your opponent, causing them to stagger and enter a stun state. And I didn't get to read that all. Crushing an opponent's guard. Grr. Continuing to attack your opponent as they guard will cause your opponent's health gauge to begin flashing yellow and eventually red. Attacking your opponent while it's red will crush their guard, leaving them vulnerable and providing your attacks with counter benefits. lethal hits. Landing attacks under certain conditions, for example, when countering a reversal edge, will register your attack as a lethal hit. Successfully performing a lethal hit will slow your opponent down, giving you the chance to follow up a chain attack more easily. Oh, I need to actually hit him afterwards, don't I? Or maybe not. Oh, I need to counter reversal edge. Huh. Oh wait, I do have the LB button. Oh, that is the break attack, okay.
Farewell. How'd that feel?
Okay, how the fuck do I do this one?
I like your...
Okay, how... Ow, 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 ow. Oh, I did eventually get one. Not what I wanted to do.
Farewell. How'd that feel?
Apparently that worked. List of various conditions and attacks that can trigger lethal hits for each character can be found in the move list. Okay. Drono, you've grown more skilled, but as you continue to advance, you will no doubt eventually find yourself against a seemingly insurmountable wall. Let me tell you a story from my past. When I was young, I traveled the world as an itinerant warrior. One day, I was in the distant north of the Ming Empire, in a place called... Told Drona was in the southwest of the Ming Empire, but he looked at me, puzzled. It is? Really? Well, wherever it is, I was there. And let me tell you, there was a tribe of fierce warriors. It was during my time with them that I met Hong Yu. Yu was a strong and beautiful young woman. Her slender limbs wielded a blade with great finesse, and her strikes were quick as lightning. She could fend off any attack, nimbly moving like a young willow tree in a breeze. I immediately fell in love with her. However, she told me that she could never love me unless I could best her in combat. In a contest with strength, I'd beat her easily, but her defense was impenetrable. My attacks were blocked, parried, or avoided. I couldn't even touch her. That was because I had not yet learned how to pierce a talented foe's defense. I have learned a thing or two since then, such as the effectiveness of throws against an opponent who rarely lets their guard down. And there are special techniques that break through any guard. But back then, she defeated me and said she had no interest in the weak. I left, trained as hard as I could, and eventually returned to face her again. Fortunately, she already wed another. God damn, this guy has shitty luck. You do well to see your skills for yourself. I'm sure the experience will come in handy. Going to take his advice to heart, I left the dojo. Kind of feel sorry for that guy. He's kind of a loser. And it's kind of adorable. I will be right back. I may have heard a package arrive. Okay, I'm back. Package had not arrived yet. Oh. Alright, depending on how much longer the fucking training stuff goes, we'll probably end after the training, just so I can give my shoulder a rest. Because, like, sitting straight up in, proper posture kills my shoulder. Master Jonah's next lesson would be about the art of defense. Practice new strategies for dodging and reflecting attacks. Visited the dojo to find Torona at the gate, seeing off another visitor. Oops, wrong button. Take care and don't oversell the skills you've learned here. Got it? Trainee, who just looks like him except with a different hairstyle and clothing. Wow. Yes, Master, thank you so much for everything. I promise that one day I'll come back to visit. Those parting words, Drona's student, who is just a clone, bowed and then began trudging down the mountain path away from the dojo. Sorry to keep you waiting. Back for more training, are you? Well, come on in. I asked about the man who had just left. Master Drona told me that he was a student who had come from the desert in the northern reaches of the Ming Empire. On my way home from my romantic defeat at the hands of Hong Yu, a man saved my life in the desert. The student you saw came here as that man's recommendation. The desert, to reach India from Sichuan, you would need to head southwest. The desert was in the complete opposite direction. What's with the perplexed looks? Oh, I get it. Training first, talking later. Well, today I'm going to teach you about guarding and evading. Dodge! Evading vertical attacks. You can dodge your opponent's vertical attacks by moving into the foreground or background of the screen with an 8-way run. This can be a great way to avoid taking a lot of damage, as many heavy hitting attacks are vertical. Fuck you. Evading high attacks. Performing a crouching guard will allow you to protect yourself against not only low attacks, but also let you dodge high attacks and throws as well, making it an effective evasive maneuver. Attacks on the command list are marked with high, medium, low, S&M, and S&L to indicate whether they can be blocked with a standing guard or a crouching guard. A standing guard can block all attacks except those marked with L, so low attacks. Crouching guard cannot block attacks marked with M, middle attacks, but can help you avoid those marked with H, high attacks. Both types of guards can protect you from attacks marked with S&M, special middle, and S&L, special low. Attacks marked with L, SL can be avoided with jumps and jump attacks. Hold up while guarding to jump. Grapple breaks. Grapple breaks allow you to free yourself from your opponent's grip and avoid taking great deal of damage. Can be formed. I will. Grapple break can still be performed even as you continue to guard by rapidly pressing X, Y, or B While holding A, by doing this, not only can you guard against your opponent's middle attacks, but also avoid being thrown, making it a defensive technique worth practicing. However, grapple breaks will not work on throws where flames emit from the hands when the opponent is grabbed. Very good. Those are the fundamentals of defense. Your lessons after this will be much harder. During our time together, Master Drona reminisced about his days traveling the world to train. Learn how to recover from getting hit and how to deflect your opponent's attacks. Evading an attack entirely is usually the best option, but in a serious battle, you don't always have the luxury. When you're pressed hard by a dangerous opponent, what do? Well, I'll teach you some techniques that will help you grasp victory from the jaws of defeat. Ukemi. Oh, interesting. When knocked back or to the ground, your opponent's attack press as you hit the ground to perform an Ukemi. So direction and a block. An Ukemi cannot be performed after certain types of attacks, such as many of those that hit you up into the air. If you cannot perform an Ukemi, you can still avoid follow-up attacks from your opponent by guarding or rolling to the side. You can rise from the ground and immediately guard against your opponent's attacks by pressing A while on the ground. Additionally, pressing the attack button while on the ground will allow you to perform an attack as you rise. Aerial control. Apparently my skirt flew up. You can control where you fall after being launched into the air by holding across in any direction. This will allow you to avoid additional attacks from your opponent, as well as prevent a ring out. Down left and up left are the safest options, but holding the direction opposite the ring edge is best. Guard impacts. You can repel your opponent's attacks with a guard impact by pressing forward A. Ooh. Or guard impact right as your opponent is doing something will do something else. Reverse impact. Having your opponent repelled by a guard's impact will leave you vulnerable, but you're still able to perform your own guard impact. Both you and your opponent can continue to perform reversal impacts indefinitely, delaying your attacks to throw off your opponent's timing or pressing to perform a break.
Oh no!
Yeah!
Okay, what the hell?
I like your...
Repel an attack with a guard impact. Use X and Y against a reversed impact. But he's just doing a low constantly, so I can't do the guard impact. Do I have to fucking restart that shit? No, I'm not going to do that. There we go. I just had the timing wrong. Reverse impacts. You're not limited to just reverse impacts while staggered. You can also use reversal edges. Reverse impacts are perfect for countering your opponent's faster attacks, and reversal edges can help you repel their slower attacks. Learning the proper techniques for dealing with all of your opponent's different attacks is the key to victory. After the fight, Drona got him a nostalgic look on his face and continued the story from earlier. Aww. To be quite honest, I have a habit of accidentally going somewhere entirely different from where I intended. That's how I ended up wandering for 3 days and nights in the Gobi Desert. I was on my last legs when a merchant caravan found me. They took me to Kashgar, and that's where I met one incredible fellow. His name was Click. He was a weaponsmith and one talented warrior. He could fight with any weapon and any style under the sun. In battle, he was relentless, giving his opponent very little opportunity to act. He always said he fought to test out the weapons he made, but it was hard to believe he thought of fighting so casually. I'd never met a fiercer warrior. If only I'd known how to deflect attacks when I was on the defensive, I might have been able to put him off balance. Alas, it was all I could do to block his attacks at the time, and before I knew it, I was defeated. If you're ever in Kashgar, I recommend you see Click. Klitsch. He's an expert warrior and a first-rate weaponsmith. You won't regret meeting him. A warrior smith? He did sound like someone I'd like to meet. I decided to keep Drona's recommendation in mind. Advanced reversal edge. Okay. Think we're going to be calling it here for now, just so I can rest my shoulder. Ow. Yeah, definitely need to rest my shoulder. Sorry. I will be streaming some more later this evening. Later this evening it's going to be Vampire and not more of this. Probably, anyway. Because I've been looking forward to doing that one for a while now. If there's anybody I want... No, nobody I really want to host, so... Yeah, we're just going to call it here. Thank you all for watching, and hope you had a good time. I will be on Discord elsewhere, and I'll be back on in probably about 2 or 3 hours. For now, have a good day. See y'all later.